jam.
Greetings, everybody, and welcome back to the Ashes of Creation discussion round, the longest running podcast for Ashes of Creation.
We have loads of people today.
Lots
got
and
all
lots
the
of
people.
I deny this.
Hi.
Oh yeah, we have
We
two moderators.
We got Burtek and Shibri from the Golden Feather. We got our normal guy Faisal Stackerson. We got Alluring, longtime member moderator. We got Z, longtime member moderator. DA, guild leader of Envious. Stackerson, BCG, myself. For our 5th anniversary of the discussion round.
5 years.
5 years. 5 years of discussion round and 5 years of AOC community.
Right.
5 years of suffering waiting for the game to come to just an alpha. I know, I love it.
It feels good when I don't have to be the negative one for once. All right, so yeah, we've been doing, or rather, I've been doing this for 5 years now. Stackerson Yokai started joining me like 2-3 years ago.
Yeah, it was a couple years after you first started.
Yeah, 2 years
when it
after.
first became when you rebranded the community podcast to the
Exactly.
to the discussion round.
So 3 years ago. So today we decided we are gonna talk about Ashes, but we're also gonna take a look back at a couple of things that happened within the community, with the game, and just have a little bit of a trip down memory lane.
Sounds good.
So, first question, and I'm gonna throw this one at Faisal because he's grinning like he's high as hell. Faisal, 5 years of Ashes. What's like the best thing that comes to your mind when you think about Ashes? Like, what's the best memory you have?
Oof. I mean, I'm currently living this memory, meeting all you guys along the journey.
That's a bullshit answer. That's a bullshit answer.
That's adorable.
Hey, I'm just speaking from the heart here, man. You take it as is, even though it's the most cliche thing in existence.
It is so cliche.
Hey, I mean, we're all about building community, all right?
God, you guys are so cringe.
Sorry. Stop that, BCG.
It's a cliche for a reason, right?
Okay, Vertek, you're. What about you? What's like the best or
What
worst
about
thing?
me?
Best or worst thing?
Oof.
I had worst.
The worst thing. Worst thing about the 5 years?
Yeah, let's start with that. Then the best.
Honestly,
easy.
I would always say, the waiting, but the waiting was worse during that almost a year worth of almost no news coming out.
Yeah.
And everybody started dropping off.
2019.
Not just that.
Yeah,
Remember my.com?
Yeah.
That in itself is a bag of worms.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, arguably, it was one of the best things for the game itself because they did kind of have to step back and just get stuff done. But on the fan side of things, it was kind of terrible because nothing was happening. It was all just invisible in the background.
Yeah.
GB, what about you?
Do I have to choose, or is it one or the other?
You can do both, one or the other. It's up to you.
Okay. My favorite thing I think about Ashes is being able to meet everybody in the community and other people and their diverse interest in Ashes. Of course, the waiting sucks, and I kind of agree with Vertek on the sentiment of the pretty much 1 year of just no news. It was just as hard as a content creator for some of that, just because there's nothing really to go off of, and especially for our side where we rely on the community in terms of what the community is talking about, and when there's nobody talking about anything because there's nothing to talk about, it's just crickets. So. Oh no, your mic.
Yokai?
My mic shit?
Yeah, your mic
Yeah.
is doing the thing where you sound like Robocop.
Mike is doing the thing.
I think this whole thing is doing the thing.
Is that a thing and a thing and a thing?
I don't know. His avatar looks like he's just getting hacked.
Yeah.
How about
Computer
now?
wants a nap.
That's better.
Here we go.
DA, what about you? Where's the best thing, or both, or one or the other?
The best thing about the wait?
No, the best thing about the past 5 years of Ashes.
Just watching all the communities being built, I think is really neat. Seeing just everybody come alive, more content creators, just everything, you know. I like seeing the guilds that come in, the content that's being done, and I can't wait to see how that evolves as we get closer to Alpha 2. You know, what type of discussions we're going to have. You know, what type of, you know, who's going to make a new YouTube video with the next game-breaking meta or some crazy bug that went down or just a crazy event. So
Yeah, I don't think
Yeah.
it's doing what you think it's doing. Right now,
Yokai, your mic.
Your mic is breaking.
Still roll bit.
Oh no.
And
For a
DA,
second,
DA,
sorry.
can you do me a favor and not stream to the call right now?
Oh, is that what I'm doing?
Yeah, that's what you do.
Look, everybody had a picture, right? So I was.
No, I'm not clicking on it. Just like, yeah, there you go.
Oh, I see.
Stackerson, what about you?
I don't know.
Come on, best,
Been
worst,
a wild
both.
ride. So I guess against all the friends I made along the way. 'Cause I feel like that's.
Can we all go with that
I'll
answer?
take my answer.
Jesus, can we have some
It's definitely been a
originality?
wild ride.
Okay, you know what? I'm gonna go. Okay, so the worst. Your mic is.
Oh,
still-
actually, I got something. I kind of
Okay,
just
go.
like the updates we've gotten. I followed a lot of games, and every time we get an update, even if it's a little rough, I'm usually surprised by things. It's usually there's something about it that has exceeded my expectations. So
Mhm.
Z, Z alluring? What about you two? I know you guys cannot really say like negative things, so
I can say what I like.
Oh, that's not necessarily true.
okay. What's the worst thing in the past 5 years for you two?
Wow, we have to only choose the worst.
You go first so I can think of a good answer. Do you want me to go? Because I've got an answer. Do you want me to go first?
If you have an answer, go for it.
The worst thing in the last 5 years that happened to Ashes of Creation was the day that APOC got shut down.
Wow. How about now?
Yeah, no, just every time
That's
APOC
a-
gets brought up in our show, she's like, they shut it down.
And the fact that there was no
It's a bold
Sandalia
take. It's a
in
bold
Alpha 1.
There's no what?
There was no Sandalia in the Alpha 1.
Sandalia,
Wow.
yeah. Also the whole breaking all the records of just, oh my gosh, I think the first time we were like, hey guys, do you have screenshots from APOC? I just look over and there's like 100+ images from Z of just winning.
Yeah.
Just
That's
winning.
why you
That's
wanted
it.
it back, because you're a winning maniac.
I mean, you know, if you only
That,
compete,
that humble flex there.
if you only compete with 2 other people, you know,
Dude, there was like 50 people, okay? That was
There
a
were
sad
7. There
day.
were 7.
That was a
I
sad
was
day. when
thoroughly
that started.
enjoying APOC until they were like, "Oh, we're not going to do parties and leaderboards
Yeah,
aren't here."
leaderboards.
Yeah, that's when I was just like, "Ugh."
And the map changed. The original map was so much better.
yeah.
It really
The original
was.
map was better. Bring back Envious Tower.
That wasn't
Yeah.
Envious Tower.
No, it absolutely was.
No.
Alluring. What was the best thing within the last 5 years for you?
Or worse.
I mean, mine's not really about like what has happened like in Ashes. It's mainly about the community, because that's all I do really, right? I just watch the community. And for me, the worst and the best has always been the reactions of the community. So when anything was like super negative for a long time, it was like really draining and sad to see. But now it's been really up on the up and up, you know?
Mhm.
And that's been really enjoyable, because I'm just here for the reactions of how the community's going.
All right, Yokai, does your mic work again?
Does it? Well, you tell me.
Yep.
Yeah, it works. Okay,
All
Yokai.
right.
So far.
Best, worst, or both of the last 5 years?
There's probably 2 best things that have come out of this. The first best thing is like way back when 2017, everyone was inside the fucking Discord doing the countdown, waiting for the
Ooh, yeah.
the
Live
Kickstarter to go
streams.
live. No, the Kickstarter to go live.
Oh, yeah,
live
that
streams
too.
too. But like when the Kickstarter went, like right before the Kickstarter went down, everyone was inside the Discord. Everyone was super hyped up. We were doing the countdown. There were content creators going in between the different channels, like getting people's feedback and stuff like that. Moderators too. Steven was in the chat constantly. Like that was probably the hypest I think I've seen the AOC community, because everyone was there and everyone was hyped up and talking and stuff like that. We've had other moments like that too, but like that's probably the most I've seen it in the last 5 years. And then doing the podcast, and then like getting to meet DA and joining the Envious as a guild. I've been spending the last 4 to 5 years also inside Envious. So that, and then another. Then there was the first guild summit with Mr. Pragmatic.
I'm 23. I pay my own bills and I own a car. I mean, if I look back, if I have to look back of the past 5 years, and I would have to pick the best and the worst would have been the Discord nuke in 2019.
Where they started demoderating super heavily, and everyone that got
Exactly.
banned or moderated went off and made their own Discord.
Exactly, and let me explain that, because fuck you, Mike. Stay here. So I started out the podcast, not really because of Ashes, more because of all the people that were involved. Like back then, and I think I'm on the right when I say back then the community DA left. Okay, hi DA.
Bye, friend.
Was a little bit different than it is now. Voice chats were more active, and you had a lot of like conversations going on 24/7, right? About what people really want, what's good, giving feedback and ideas, and it was a productive environment that wasn't really like toxic and whatever. But because the community, in my eyes, back then was self-moderating itself. Yes, you had shit talk, but that shit talk was between people that that knew each other for a couple of years now. Like I remember me in Fushi, like going back and forth, and you know, the moderators knew what's up, everybody knew what was going on, and then 2019, that whole environment changed.
To be fair, guild discussion was super toxic.
Guild discussion is still super toxic. Okay, not super toxic, but still. But the point I want to make is the change from the community back then to what it is now, just from a personal standpoint, I never was a big fan of that, and I know that's maybe just me, but then on the other side, it's really healthy for the game, because now it is something, you know, new people can come in and all that stuff, but it's not really like what it used to be. It's kind of hard to explain. I think the people that have been around as long as I have, you guys kind of know what I want to say. And
I
then
think it's growing pains,
maybe. But then on the other
I was
side,
gonna say,
on the other side, and this now gonna sound super weird, but before you freak out and leave, let me explain. The best thing that ever happened to Ashes in my eyes is Gamescom 2018, the my.com announcement.
What? You have to explain that.
okay.
You have to explain that.
Waiting for
one.
context.
Let me explain.
Waiting for context.
So everybody was losing their shit, right? You had, you know, the old moderators, even they were going off, and everybody was flaming Steven, yada yada yada. Some of you might remember I was the one that kind of like leaked that, because I was at Gamescom, and I have the pictures somewhere. I can share them later. I was posting like, "Hey, yeah, guys, CMI.com. Click. This is how it looks." But what a lot of people don't know is over the duration of 3 days, I got to meet Steven, and I was kind of around with that whole thing when that whole thing happened, and I saw how Steven behaved and what he did, right? And you guys remember when he said he's gonna go now to Amsterdam and talk to the my.com guys about all our concerns? Hearing that he does it is one thing. If you're on the Discord, if you're in the United States or wherever in the world, and you hear, okay, he's gonna go to Amsterdam and see that now and go and talk to them. I was there on the last day. I was there when he left, when he came out of the my.com booth and he was about to leave to go to Amsterdam, and the guy looked like hell. Like he didn't sleep for 3 days, and I just thought in my head, okay, so this is a guy that is really, worried about what his community thinks about the game, and he's doing all of this, he's taking all of this, because he wouldn't have to go to Amsterdam. He could have just called them, but he said, no, this is something really important for my community. I'm going to Amsterdam. And then it kind of clicked, I think, for a lot of people that this is not just another game developer, that this is literally like something special, because I don't know any creative director that would have done that.
I think Steven's had a lot of those moments over the years.
Oh yeah, 2020, the 2020 Discord call.
Well, Discord, I've heard several Discord calls where he's gone in there and people have tried to badmouth him or talk. I try to get him, try to belittle Steven to a good degree, but Steven always tends to come out on top of those. Then there's where he goes on just basically every content creator's channel and talks to them. He does really great. He does really great with talking to gamers and other people. I think Steven just has that kind of charisma.
Yeah, I mean he's a good salesperson. So
I think more importantly, it's kind of what you said. He cares.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
That's the thing. He cares, and I think a lot of people within the community, they all started to realize that he cares, and that for me, was one of the best things that ever happened to Ashes.
Yeah, that kind of fits in with because I realized I didn't say what I thought was the best over the past 5 years, but that fits into the long-term best is that Steven's enthusiasm and you can tell just excitement about everything and desire to really make it come out good. That has not diminished in the least over this time.
Mm-hmm.
But as far as short-term best in the 5 years is kind of what was said earlier as well. The old forums, I think, was possibly the best time, because everybody was on there and active and talking about things. There were multiple role-playing taverns going in there and a lot of big discussions. But as time went on, it went from those who saw the Kickstarter and decided to jump in being in the community, and those who didn't want to back it were not in the community because they just didn't care about the Kickstarter.
Mm-hmm.
But then everybody puts out all these videos like the Lazy Peon and whatnot, and it kind of puts it in people's faces, and that brought a lot of different viewpoints and a lot of people who they have their favorite games and they want this to be like their favorite game, but just new. That's what kind of caused a little bit of a schism.
That's probably one of the things I would say that's the worst about that is just going on the forums and seeing the constant arguments go on of consensual PvP. This needs we need PvE servers. This and that. Action combat versus tab target combat. All the different arguments that rage on in the forums.
I mean, you also have them on the Discord.
That happens on the Discord too.
I mean, honestly, you can ask Alluring and see how often they had to time me out because I was getting into a heated discussion.
Man, I don't keep track of that stuff.
Of course you do. I know you guys got lists.
That's not me keeping track of it. That's me having to go find it.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's mod talk for this too many to count. Really,
yeah.
I don't want to try.
No, I just have really bad memory.
It's been 5
What you put
years.
on the internet stays on the internet.
Can I do one of my favorite things?
Yeah.
I think that the 24-hour live streams they do for the charity is just awesome.
Yeah, you're 100% right. 24-hour live streams. You always get something you always get something good for those. Whether you're a lore whore, whether you're just wanting to see them hang out. I want them to do because I've talked about doing this before, of just doing more frequent of the D&D streams. I think I love it. I love it when the devs are just like interacting with each other. I think it puts them in front of the community. The community get to know the devs as people. They can connect with them a little bit more. And I want them to do more of the D&D streams. People want more of the AOC streams. People want to ask about AOC questions and stuff like that. But like outside of that, I wouldn't mind. I would actually enjoy greatly to see them do when they're not so busy D&D streams.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that'd be great. Even if they did it, because they said they do like Friday Night Magic or something like that. In a couple interviews, Stevens mentioned it. If they were to do something like that, but just live stream it, just play with community watching.
Let me ask you this: is everybody here happy with the direction Ashes is going?
I'm personally okay with it. I don't have anything negative to say, but I know it's still in development, so I'm just kind of watching and holding opinions until I see further development, personally.
With the current stuff,
that's
I think they're going. I think they're going in a really good direction. There are still some things that I see that other studios do. I know we all like to meme on Pantheon a lot, but a lot of the discussions that they have and a lot of the kind of talks and things that they do with kind of the team, the community, and I know our guys do. The people at Intrepid do a really good job with like the dev discussions, but it's just like some of the discussions are a little bit. I think what I would like to see people talk about, and a little less around like very broad, just like how do you want to see jumping puzzles in the game. I can't remember what it was, but there was one that Pantheon brought up about like hate in games and like how tanks hold hate and how that work, like the mitigation and kind of like passing off monsters and things like that. What does that look like between classes, and like how does that affect the gameplay and skill expressions in terms of a tank? And I find those discussions from developers a little bit more engaging and intriguing than just like, what did you think about the rocks, or how do you like our world size, or things like that.
Yeah.
The
I agree on that.
The the combat stream, for an example, is another good example of the combat stream. We got to see some sword swings, which is cool, but there's so many things that were still kind of left unanswered. And the general conversation after the stream was just like, well, how did you like the light and heavy attacks? And while that's cool, that it's engaging, people want to talk about that. I think that there's nothing wrong with that. I would like to see kind of conversations on like how do these class interact, what's the mobility look like on a melee, and how does that play when fighting a ranged or a mage, and obviously early development, they can only show what they can show, so it is what it is. But yeah, they've been knocking it out of the park on the stream. So
yeah, I think at least that stuff is destined for a future combat live stream. But I was also going to say, what was I going to say? I don't know. It just vanished out of my mind.
Oh, dear.
Poof. It's gone.
I think,
yeah, I guess
okay.
like general direction, I think like cardinal direction, like northeast, southwest, etc. I think it's going in a good direction. Obviously, everyone has a little bit of quibbles on if they're going northeast versus north by northeast and stuff like that. Like, I could steer a few things in a different way to be more happy, but in a general direction, yeah, I think it's going in a great way.
Doing fine on its perception skill checks.
It's half a decade. I honestly, like the past couple months, I've been really busy with real life, so it never really did sink in. But now that I'm here,
I'm surprised Astral Creation didn't do its own 5-year anniversary stream. Like I think that would have been. I think that would have been a really cool thing to do. Like back in the day, they used to do like office tours. And, like they still haven't done an office tour for the new office. They said they weren't waiting on furniture and all kinds of stuff. I would like to see them get the new stream room ready and stuff like that. So I wait on an office tour, but yeah, just a 5-year live stream when they were like Steven would do like go on Snapchat and stuff like that. Like after the Kickstarter ended or when they hit milestones during the Kickstarter, where you would see them all partying inside the old office.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah.
Giga Bear.
Looking
best.
back,
Actually, I revised my best thing about the past 5 years.
Don't say
Giga
that
Bear.
name. He'll pop up somewhere.
I don't give a shit anymore. I've been doing this podcast for 5 years now. And I came across some characters within the community. I'm like, I thought I always have a screw loose.
we have had a lot of characters, and we had Dark Scarlet Mage, we had Giga Bear, you had the entire Monkey Madness Guild.
Oh, we're not talking about them. We're not talking about them.
They're off limits.
They're off limits. Some of them, no.
I don't even know that guild, Boca.
So I remember doing the guild fair, and the European one took like what 12 hours of interviewing guilds, but then the old moderator Ceremonin, he had to do the NA one. I don't know how long was this, like 20 hours, something like that. That was kind of fun, but also crazy. And I think only like a handful of guilds from back then is still around.
That's sad, though.
It's growing pains of like, so guilds are, even inside like actual live game, guilds are a very like volatile environment. You're gonna have people that disagree with their guild leaders that are gonna splinter off and make their own guilds and just die. Like someone does one thing, ruins an entire thing. The breakups happen. One guild, like people in the guild have to like take care, like they're in a point in their lives where IRL has to take precedence over gaming, so they have to disband all that shit. Like guilds are a very interesting social interaction of in and of themselves. And
yeah, especially this early.
What was the name of the guild that teamed in APOC solo?
Which one? You have Embers and you have Nexus.
Embers.
They were both accused. I'm not going to call them on blast, but they were both accused of it, and that was yeah. There was a lot of teaming going on inside single player APOC.
That's true.
Screw APOC though. We're here at Alpha 2. That's a thing of the past.
True that. Yokai,
I'll see that.
did you finish that whole trivia thing?
Oh yeah, I got tons of trivia questions. You want to do that?
Let's do trivia question.
So the idea for this stream was that we would do the look back on AOC for the past 5 years, and also do like a trivia game of different AOC related questions. And so yeah, I'm gonna say a bunch of trivia questions. If you want to like buzz in for an answer, just make like a buzz sound. Everyone's gonna have to assist me on pointing out who does it first, and then answer it, and we'll keep track. And I'll keep track of the points.
All right.
Oh fuck!
Oh
Please
god.
tell me I had to revise. I could have been reading the wiki for the last 3 days. You never told me this.
Yeah, pop quiz. I wasn't ready for a pop quiz.
Yeah, I mean, okay, I'm losing connection.
All right.
Lay it on me.
I don't like questions. And then I'd be like, is that under
All right,
NDA?
Alluring, then
Is
you're
it?
gonna be Alluring. If you don't want to answer questions, Alluring can be the judge and say who peeps first.
Oh, sweet. I can do that.
There you go. That's for all the timeouts I got from you.
Mhm.
All right.
I don't know. There's no proof.
All right, question one, and this is gonna be an easy one. How many gods and goddesses are there in the world
Beep.
of AFC? BCG.
It didn't finish the question, bro.
I think
He
8.
wrote these questions. He knows all the fucking answers.
I think 8.
I wrote the questions. BCG doesn't know the-
Rigged.
I think 8.
Also, just to point out, back when I did AOC Jeopardy, Sackerson was the champion of like most of those that I did. I think he's the one that beat on in terms of AOC trivia.
8. It's 8. I might be wrong, but I think it's 8.
It's 7 or 10.
There's
Those ones
10.
dark
There was 3 went to the dark side.
There was
Yeah, I guess I
originally
wasn't sure if he was considering those gods.
there The answer: there was originally 10 gods,
8.
but after the war of creation, 7 remained to create the races of the world, while 3 were banished to the void.
So do I get like half a point because I was right between 7 and 10?
No, because you said 8, and he said 10 and 7. So Stackerson gets the point.
I gotta put on my power suit.
Super banana.
Next question.
All right, continuing off of the last one, what were the names of the gods and goddesses that we currently know about?
Beep.
He's got
Z.
it.
Z.
Bob and Jeff.
Bob and Jeff. I'm sorry, that's not the answer we were looking for.
Oh.
We got names?
This
We
may
have
be not
names
accurate.
of some of the gods, not all of the gods.
I don't know.
I kind of
I remember Resna.
Yeah. Oh. Resna, Shoal, Lyneth,
He's fucking reading it from
That's
the
all I
wiki
got.
right now.
No, it's the server names for
Oh yeah, right.
Yeah, they were all server names.
That is
Tenok.
not that. All right, so the server names were a speculation. So like they had server name. We have lore wise have gotten three of the gods' names. Server names were speculated to be because they had 7 server names during the testing periods, and the 7 names, the 3 of the names were the gods. So the other
Norlin,
names,
Resna, and Shoal.
Yep. So
Norlin, Resna. Yep.
Yeah, DA got the 3 names: Norlin, goddess of fate, patron deity of the Kaivek orcs; Resna, a god of hope, patron deity of the Aelin humans; and Shoal, god of truth, patron deity of the Empyrean elves. Those are the 3 gods that have been revealed in lore. Whether we know the other remaining gods is purely speculation at this point. Has not been confirmed or denied by Steven and the rest of Intrepid.
I can confirm one of the gods' names is Bob.
I think that's also correct.
Yeah.
Yeah.
2 people in the call agree. It is law.
I have trouble remembering the names because they were doing that thing. I forgot when it was. I think it was like roughly around this time last year, where they're doing like the choose your own adventure through the polls on Twitter. And I was trying to copy and like have chat tell us which one to vote for, and I accidentally copied in the emoji, and so it ended up being Goddess of Palms. And so that's all I can ever think of when we go forward. It's just like Goddess of Palms.
I mean, honestly, I'm always amazed by people that can memorize everything about ashes. Like, I don't even remember what I had for lunch yesterday. And there's like people.
That's
like,
the exact problem that I have. I'm old. There should have been an age warning on this stream. You need to be under 25 and have a good memory, and you should have revised the wiki for the last 3 days. Now I'm going to look like an idiot because I don't know anything.
I'm not under 25.
Z, you're a moderator. You already look like an idiot.
Wow.
Wow. I think cringe comment. I think that deserves a 30-second mute.
It's okay. It's just
A
jealous.
little bit more than a shot. I think that was a handful of grenades.
Hey, me and Z are best friends. I made Z cry.
Are we? Are we even friends?
I made Z cry.
No, you didn't.
What's going on?
You want me to recall a certain video we edited
Yes,
together?
but it wasn't you that made me cry. It was the song.
Yeah, who picked the song?
I picked the song.
Who edited it?
You did.
Yeah, there you go. So I made you partially
Oh
cry.
my gosh.
Okay, next question.
Okay. Next question.
Who was the main character in the first bit of lore that Intrepid Studios put out?
Oh, no.
That's me.
It's been
That's
5
me.
years. How
That's
the fuck
me.
am I supposed to know that?
Go,
Oh my
dear.
God.
Delia?
King.
I think it was Delia's diary or something.
Oh.
You Backnard gets the point. It was the dwarf girl named Delia.
Vertec, not
New
Vecnar.
dwarf girl. I
Do
didn't
you
know.
know?
But yes.
Sorry, Vertec.
Oh.
I'm
Wrong
sorry.
V.
I
Wrong
wrote
me.
108 pages off that 24-hour live stream. And I remember the exact fight that she was in as well, or where she was, because she was in a little cottage down a pathway. And then there was like a whole fight scene. I'm pretty sure that was her in it. God damn it! See, I knew that answer. It's just not quick enough.
Yeah, she was the daughter of the king that was slain when the ancients were. I'm sorry, I'm not
Next
going to go get
question.
into that.
Next
Yeah,
question. Come on.
What is the source of all Where's the source of all magic in the world of
Beep.
Ashes creation?
The source.
Who
Essence.
who was first? I don't know.
Alluring.
I think it was it DA? Or was it?
No,
I don't know who it was.
I didn't
Okay,
beat during the
3, 2, 1,
question.
go.
I think everyone knows it though.
Yeah, it's the source of the essence.
It is the essence, yes. And but I think Stackerson said it first. So Stackerson, I'm going to
Well,
give you
I don't
the
know if
list.
I superseded someone who beat before me.
You know what I
So-
want? You know what I want to see? A quest line where we discover the source. We do like this really hard raid and this really, really long quest line, and then we discover the source, and it's just like this magical sandal.
Yo, and I have the voice
We already
text
know
for
the
it.
source is like another like
It's Heidelin
is it like
from
a dimension or
from
something.
Final
I don't
Fantasy
know.
14. It's the
Yeah,
giant crystal from Final Fantasy 14. That's what the source is. Adventurer.
Next question. What is a Terra Wraith?
Beep.
Z.
A bird. Bird mount.
A bird. No. I said Terra Wraith.
Oh.
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 Beep beep.
BCG.
A piece of concept art.
No.
You said
Not-
terror.
We don't even have concept art of this.
You
It's
don't?
not it's not from concept art.
APOC lore, isn't it?
It is from APOC lore.
Yeah, it's one of the things that attack people in APOC.
It
I
is
forgot
not
what it looked like.
It is not
What
one of
is
the things. It is purely from APOC lore. We have never seen concept art or seen a 3D
Beep,
image of.
beep.
Go ahead, Z.
The harbinger stuff. The eggs.
No, those are harbingers. No.
Hmm.
Where do you find
Oh,
this
beep,
stuff?
beep.
Z.
Was it something about nightmares?
Yeah. I'll give Z this because I don't think anyone else is going to get any closer. The Terra Wraiths are creatures of nightmares. They are the most in the most literal sense. It takes the form of those who sleep during mana storms. Essence made life through the incomprehensible strong emotions present during that moment. Z gets the point.
Yes, I fucking do.
I'm gonna come out of here with 0
But
points.
if I was thinking of a rock at that time, does it become a rock?
Very scary rock.
It reminds me of the Harry Potter. The
Dementors.
The bar.
Oh, the thing he uses.
The boggle.
Yeah.
Yeah, whatever they're called. Can't remember. Next question.
Z, you're playing Rust?
Am I playing Rust?
Yeah, you're playing
Not
something.
right. Not right now. Why?
What are you playing?
Leaf blower.
I keep seeing you
Really
playing.
fuck-
I need to. Hold on one second. I keep leaf blower. I keep every night when I practice. I see Z like playing. Is it like a pixel
Idle
game?
clicker.
No, it's an
Idle clicker
idle.
game.
It's an idle game. I was playing Rust earlier, but then I came on here, so I
Like
closed
cookie
Rust down.
clicker.
They really need to bring
Yeah.
back APOC if Z is playing something like that.
It's really good. I've got a pet toucan.
Okay. Okay. Next question.
Oh my
How
god.
many
Why?
lore entries did we get during the Ashes of Creation Apocalypse?
Beep.
BCG.
12.
You are correct. We got 12.
Yeah,
we got
seriously?
12.
Oh.
I was literally just guessing.
We
Why
we
did
got,
you ask BCG?
We got 12 12 weeks of lore during the but it was afterwards it repeated itself.
It did repeat itself.
I just I was okay. Cool. Okay, I got 1 point. That's all I'm gonna get.
Oh,
big
it's
gamer
not
moment.
being
Pulled the
here.
number out of his ass. Hey.
Well done.
What is the
Yes,
the
it's a
size of a normal player freehold?
Beep.
Z.
House size.
Beep beep beep
Thank you.
beep.
BCG.
Um,
BCG.
50 square meters.
Beep.
Stackerson.
Quarter acre.
Beep.
BC a DA.
An acre.
Beep.
Back. Sorry,
Half an
Vertex.
acre.
I keep wanting to say back. Vertex. Sorry.
I mean, I'll take the credit. I mean, everything that's going on with the post. Yeah, I'll take all that credit. That's fine. That's not
1,000
happening.
chickens.
So what's your answer, Vertek?
Half acre.
It's yeah, I was about to say.
What did
Yeah, he
Bert
got
say?
half acre. That's
Yep.
correct.
Freeholds are approximately half an acre in size.
I knew it was an
I'm telling you,
acre.
1,000 chickens.
1,000 chickens. As long as a quarter acre can be filled with a Golden Feather Tavern, we'll be happy.
What
Do
are
it in
the
the cup.
4 different node types?
Beep.
Z.
Z.
Economic, military, scientific, and hang on, I just need to take a drink. And someone in chat wrote the fourth one, I can't remember. So hang on.
Beep.
You can do it.
Freaking
I'm
Googling
just
it.
drinking.
Yeah. That's
Scientific, military, economic, scientific.
wrong.
You already said scientific.
Beep, 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 beep,
I don't remember.
beep.
I
I
think,
do.
I think it was Faisal. I think it was Faisal that beeped in first.
Yes, military, economic, scientific, and religious nodes.
Oh, fucking religious
No.
nodes.
It's listed as divine, but I'll give you the point.
Yeah, I was gonna say divine.
Same thing.
I was going to say religious too, Faisal. So.
Same thing. Divine, religious, cult. All the same.
How does a player become corrupted?
Beep.
Beep.
DA was first.
Yeah,
No,
yeah,
fuck
yeah.
Killing non-combatants, or by surviving or being in the end, the apocalypse. Didn't people become corrupted during the apocalypse as well?
I'll give you the point because like you're given 2 answers that are the first one wasn't as detailed as one, but it is correct. You become corrupted by killing green flagged players. Is the answer? I was wanting you to be more specific on the flagging system, but you are correct in that. The second way is that they have mentioned there being corruption storms that you can gain corruption by just standing in them.
I mean, APOC, no?
Yeah, but the
All
point
right.
for D.
I didn't know about corruption storms. That's neat.
They have talked about them. We don't know if they'll be like 100% in there, if they'll 100% give you corruption while you stand in them, but they have talked about them.
Those were fun. I died
Be
a lot.
friends
of
with
them.
Z and be in a party with her as she goes on murder sprees.
Then sneak
So
up
sure
on
if I
Z
already
and kill
get
her.
corrupted.
Next question, Yokai.
I'm
Hit us with a good one.
When was the AOC Discord first made?
Beep.
I want to say BCG. Alluring. What do you who you think?
No, BCG was second. I don't know who was first. Who was the other one?
It was
Can I
me.
just say
Yeah,
5 years ago?
It had to have been DA because DA and BCG are the two that I heard. So I want to say BCG. No, I'm going to say DA. DA. Alluring said DA. So DA.
In 2017.
Wrong. December 2016.
BCG's BCG's correct.
Oh.
DA,
Yeah.
you got it. You got the you were the second answer that would have been maybe like so December 7th, 2016, but it did not become the official Discord till January 18th, 2017.
Well, you said created, meaning create server.
Yeah. It was created on the 6th.
How was I supposed to know that?
Because you've been on the
BCG
Discord.
cheated.
How the
BCG
fuck
cheated.
did I cheat?
You and your knowing things.
Yeah, I know.
It's not allowed
so
here.
much.
When was the first ever AOC Guild Summit?
Nah, fuck.
I know.
Beep.
DA.
I'm gonna throw a shot in the dark. 2017.
Yes, but can anyone steal this point by being more specific than 2017?
I mean,
if no one can be more specific, it's DA.
Beep.
Beep.
No,
No, Bree said beep first.
Yeah, Bree.
Beep.
I want to say summer of 2017.
Be more specific. That's the whole
Be more
point.
specific.
It wouldn't have been correct anyway. So sorry.
June.
Z.
June.
Incorrect.
Oh, for God's sake!
October.
July.
October. October.
DA got it. It was October 22nd,
Yes, I remember
2017.
because it was around the Halloween time, and I remember people talking about like the Halloween event. Yeah,
Wait. The first skill summon that was pragmatic, right?
Yeah.
People remember those dates.
It's a meme-worthy occurrence.
You guys need to find hobbies.
This is why BCG can't play at the same level. It's okay, BCG. You know, some of us are still young and able to remember things. You know.
Yes.
Yeah, I will shit on you in any game.
All right, let's go, buddy. Let's go, buddy.
How did the sandal meme start?
Beep.
Beep.
Oh.
And was
Yeah.
between DA or Z?
Just yeah.
DA.
What?
Okay.
I have more ping.
I'm the
I'm sorry,
fastest
Boo.
shooter
I'm
in the
sorry. I'm
West.
just being honest. I'm just being honest.
The sandal meme started because Steven would regularly wear sandals around the office, everywhere, all the time, and every video they would notice that Steven was just constantly.
Z.
Stephen left a sandal on an airplane.
All right, Z got the point, but that's not how the. All right, so the first ever AOC Q&A on July 7th, 2017. Stephen was wearing sandals, and the camera was almost focused on them.
Yeah, and he was waggling his feet, wasn't he?
But this was just the start of the meme. It was more solidly engraved into the community after February 8, 2017, during a trip back from LA, where Stephen was in Discord and realized that he had lost his sandals.
Is this the Wikipedia you're reading it off of? I'm genuinely curious.
Yokai knows a lot about.
I have these written down. I also used to do the like AOC Jeopardy that you also were a part of at one point in time.
Yes.
I'm not very good at Jeopardy. So
Is this game finished yet? It's making me even hotter than I was earlier.
Oh my.
When did the AOC Kickstarter first go live?
Beep.
DA.
5 years ago.
And 2017.
I'm looking for a specific month.
It is.
Specific
I want to say.
date.
I'm
looking for more specific dates on this. Shivering.
I want to say February or March of 2017 because I got like right at the end of it.
Sorry. You're
October 23rd,
It was
2017.
May 2017. I want to
It's
say
not
the
October.
5th.
It was May 2nd, 2017. Stackerson gets the point.
Wait, I thought this
Good
one
job,
ended.
Stackerson.
Nope, it ended in
That's
June.
what- yeah, 'cause it was the May Kickstarter and the June
No, 'cause I met
22nd, I think,
you.
was the crowdfunding.
I met you right after it closed, but I had seen it initially, like it was during my finals in May. I didn't know if it ended in May or if it like ended in like later than May, but I remembered I missed it and I had to do the summer Backstarter or Kickstarter thing, and I'd met Vertec like the day after it ended because I was focusing on my finals, so that makes sense. Yeah, it was like May-ish, and I thought it ended like because of my finals, but that makes some more sense.
Wait, so you guys met through AOC?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
No.
Hell
In the
yeah.
Discord.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
We guild hopped a couple of times.
It happens.
Yeah.
Intrepid
Especially in
Studios
those
was
early days.
Intrepid Studios was founded by which two people?
Beep.
Z.
Stephen John.
Stephen Sharif and John Moore. Yes. Z gets the point.
Yeah, fucking
Technically,
Z.
it's 3 people.
You got lucky. My mic was muted.
Yeah, that's a shame.
How did Intrepid Studios get its name?
Beep.
It was between Z and DA. I want to say Z.
Because of his obsession with Star Trek
Correct.
and Intrepid is a ship.
Good to know.
Who was who was the first one to learn?
Stephen,
I don't care. I even answered the question, DA. Okay, you got a load of points.
That's an easy
Give me-
one. That's
give me a point, okay?
Wait.
Share the points, DA.
Z gets the point. Stephen is a big Star Trek fan and liked the word Intrepid means. Like what the word Intrepid means.
So Intrepid Studios is based off Star Trek.
Yeah.
I want a refund. I want a refund right now.
Tapping out.
When did Ashes of Creation development first begin?
Beep.
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 BCG was the first one, I think.
Okay, before I answer, are we talking about any state of development?
Any state? When did it first begin development?
In 2015.
Incorrect.
Beep, beep, beep.
Oh,
DA.
Beep.
DA.
The
Beep.
white papering started in 2016, but the actual game development didn't start till 2017.
The white papering started in 2015.
Beep.
All right, so no to both those. We'll do a follow-up question that goes into more detail about this.
But I want to say
Hazel.
October
That's the one
2017.
answer.
All right, no, that's incorrect as
Feels
well.
right.
They started in 2015. They made all the official stuff in 2016. Steven came up with the idea in 2015, around that time.
The Kickstarter ended at October 2017.
Summer one did, yeah.
Wait, he's
I
asking
thought it
about
was in development for 2 years because it had gameplay
I mean, development
for the Kickstarter.
I mean, that's
it
why I
had to
had.
be developed
I mean,
then.
the
2014?
The reason why I asked because development even starts. As
The follow-up question to this, and this might be easier for people. This might be easier for people. This might be harder for people. It might make the previous question make more sense. When was the first ever Intrepid Studios team member hired?
Beep.
Z.
Oh, beep.
2015.
I'm looking for a more specific.
December.
Like, all right.
I can get-
Yes.
oh.
All right. So Z got that correctly. The first ever
I
Intrepid
wouldn't
Studios
even know what to
team
look for.
member was hired in December of 2015. The previous question was no one got. Ashes of Creation development first began in February 2016.
Is there a
Okay,
point
that
for
was just-
guessing who that was?
That 2016.
I was looking for a more specific, like
You know
month.
what?
DA.
You know what?
Oh.
Specific. Kari, I'm gonna specific you after that.
I gotta start beeping sooner.
All right,
That's
next
the whole
question.
point of the game, Vertec.
Gotta scream.
Oh my.
What is the name of the AOC / Intrepid Studios mascots?
Beep.
Beep.
DA was
Beep.
first.
Oh,
The Phoenix, and it's Phoenix, Fee, and Nix.
All right.
Let's
Yes.
do it.
oh, the freaking emote things.
Mhm.
I,
Fee
didn't,
and Nick. Nick is the older brother. Fee is the younger sister.
I didn't know they were official mascots.
Yeah.
I thought Bacon.
They
Yeah,
did
maybe
a
not.
whole announcement and everything, and
Yeah, I
put
know.
all
Maybe
the
you should
emotes in
use
there.
emojis more, nerd.
You go fuck yourself. All right, next question.
Just list off the points right now. BCG has 2 points. Stackerson has 3 points. DA has 4 points. Z has 5 points. Basil has 1 point.
I'm winning.
Chibri has 0 points.
I'm
currently,
winning.
And Vertic has 2. Yes, Z, you're currently winning.
These
How?
cheating.
How am I winning?
But being
Okay,
a-
let's.
Think
We
of it,
should.
Vecnar.
We should
King
end there.
diff.
We should
You're
end
King
there.
diff.
sick, Venus.
I mean, how
We
many?
should end it
Getting
here.
old.
We got 5 more minutes to fill. So
No, I think we should finish the quiz here.
yeah, you got 5 minutes.
All right.
What does the word
Beep.
Tonar stand for?
Beep.
Beep.
Oh,
DA.
I rescind my beep. I don't know that one.
Beep.
BCG.
BCG.
Trash.
No.
Forgotten.
Stackerson got it correct. Tolnar stands for the forgotten.
Yeah.
Nice.
Oh, Stackerson with the heater.
German,
All right.
in German, tuna means trash. There you go.
Oh, really? So if
I
I
remember that
Google
from,
translate
from
this,
school.
No,
Yeah.
dude.
I remember reading that. That was like third year German in school.
Yeah, something like that.
Oh gosh.
All right. Go, let's go.
Okay. What are the minor races we know of?
beep.
DA.
When you say minor races, you're talking about the ones that were created by the new gods, right? Or the gods that didn't get it to banish.
Nope.
Nope.
Not what I'm looking for.
Are they the
Are you talking about-
non-playable
The ones that were on Earth that weren't the major races, or no,
Oh.
not Earth, Vera.
Not the major races that we know of. The minor races.
Hobgoblins?
Yeah, like those, right?
Yep,
that what
like
you're referring
those.
to? Okay,
Like,
okay.
like those.
Well, technically, I get a point now. Beep.
Can you?
Well, 'cause that's what I was
Can,
asking, but yeah.
all right, it's like that, but I'm looking for all. I'm looking for like all of like if you can name all of them.
I don't.
How many are
Oh
there?
man, good.
I know what some of
Good
them
luck.
look like. I don't know what they're
I'll-
called.
I take it you're talking about the ones that have been named.
Yeah, the ones that have been named so far, and I'll give you a hint because he asked for it. There are 3 that we currently know about.
Have we got one so far? Has
Because
someone named
there's
one?
like
I
I
mean,
think they've mentioned minotaurs,
Giving them time to Google
but I
it.
can't, and like I think we know some existed, but I don't think they've been named.
Mm.
Can't think of any of the other ones.
Goblins, minotaurs, and orcs. No,
Trolls, the
No.
rock people.
Trolls.
Elementals, maybe?
Trolls,
There's the bird
goblins,
people.
and the Sladeborn.
Oh, Sladeborn,
Sladeborn.
shit.
Well,
That was
Sladeborn weren't originally the Sladeborn.
They weren't originally the Sladeborn. They were a beautiful. They were actually like Sladeborn is more like a mix of all of the avian races that used to live in the world. But right now they're they're Sladeborn. Yes, we know of 3 minor races: trolls, goblins, which vary depending on their tribe, and Sladeborn, which once were the beautiful race of cloud-dwelling bird people.
Hmm.
I don't even remember who the fuck gets that point.
Nobody.
Not I.
DA got that.
Yeah, got
Split
most of them.
To
Yeah, all
everyone.
right.
I want a third of a
Yeah.
point. I got Troll.
Hey, I have 0, so y'all are good.
I got Hobgoblin.
We should transfer a point from Z to Chibi.
All right, one more,
Good.
one more. Okay, so DA and Z are tied, right?
Yeah. Yes. Right. Currently, they're tied.
Okay, so last question. Only DA and Z. The rest is quiet.
Oh, I'm not going to know the answer to this one. Come on.
Oh,
Can I make
man.
it an easy one?
Ziv.
Pressure.
Should I make it a hard one?
Make it a
No.
hard.
Yes.
Make it a hard
yes.
one.
Yes.
Make
You
it a
gotta
hard
give.
one.
Hard.
You gotta give us a hard one.
Difficult.
Hard one. Hard one.
Really hard or like
Just give him
not
a
hard?
freaking
Hard
question.
one. Hard
Bear
one.
in mind,
Hard one.
I don't remember any law at all because I'm too busy moderating the chat.
Ah, come on,
okay?
you guys don't even do
What?
anything.
Wow.
What was the game that
That's
Steven
right.
played
I
for
have
the
a baby!
first ever AOC
no.
Extra Life live stream?
Beep.
It's between DA and
Yeah.
Z.
They
I
were
think
saying
Z-
beep the
I
whole
think-
time.
I think Z did it first though.
The Pathfinder game?
No,
You mean the
DA?
board game that they played?
nope.
You
DA.
said the game that they played during the extra live stream.
First
So could you
ever,
repeat?
the
And
first,
Steven played it.
first ever Extra Life live stream. Steven was the only one on this live stream. I will give you that hint. There was no one else on this live stream. Steven was the only one playing.
Civ.
Fortnite?
It was D&D.
Tell me if you need to call a friend.
D&D.
Yeah.
Can I answer?
Give us a clue.
Give it a
I
tie.
already gave you a clue.
Should we just leave it at a tie?
Let me answer it.
If Stackerson answered, it's a 4-way tie because Stackerson's at 4 points and he only needs
Okay,
one
I'm gonna
more.
answer it then.
All right.
All right,
Yeah.
Stackerson, answer it.
Heroes of Near Earth.
You are correct. Heroes of New Earth raising
yeah.
$16,500 for Extra Life Children's Hospital on
Nice.
November 4th, 2017. Steven was the only one on that one. He was answering. He was doing a Q&A. He was doing an AMA kind of thing where he was just talking to the community and doing stuff like that. And then afterwards is when we started doing the D&D live streams with the rest of the
Oh,
community.
I wasn't here for that. So
Oh my god.
I have no comment.
I could
None whatsoever.
No, everyone wins. Yay!
yeah, technically.
Okay.
Because Stackerson, DA, and Z are all tied together.
but I was more amusing.
You were definitely more amusing. You were in the lead for a good long while. You were down on yourself, but didn't realize you were ahead.
And you call yourself old.
I think I'm probably older than everybody here, but yeah.
I think I'm older than you.
I don't think you are.
How old are you?
38.
Okay, yeah. Got me beat by 4 years.
Ditto.
Are we done? Are we done? I want. Okay, I want to thank everybody.
DA or
Well, first up,
piece
okay.
of your image.
Yeah, so everybody, this will be officially my last episode. I'm going on a break. I cannot say if this will be
Hiatus.
a hiatus or break. At the moment, it looks like that's it. If that is the case, and if I'm not coming back, thank you for 5 years. It was a lot of fun. I enjoyed the drama. I enjoyed the good things, the bad things. I enjoyed the interviews we had with Steven. I enjoyed the fights I had with the moderators. That was a lot of fun. And yeah, so I'm not really one that does goodbyes well. So Yokai and Stackerson and maybe Faisal gonna take over for me. Faisal will become the primary host and moderator.
Oi! I never agreed to this. What do you mean?
You've been voluntoed.
Voluntold.
Like I said, at the moment it looks like I am done with content creation, hosting a podcast, and all that stuff. So yeah, I'm passing off the podcast into good hands. So yeah,
We're gonna keep it going for keep it going. We're gonna keep it going.
Okay, I mean,
We're keeping going forever.
2 years,
Forever and ever.
2 years at least.
We're gonna be
I'll-
like 60s and we're still doing this.
I mean, I can
3
do that.
more years.
I
3
mean,
more
you guys
years.
got to do 2 years at least. Like I did that for 2 years by myself. So you guys, you should be able to do at least 2 years without it completely burning up. But yeah, the podcast is in good hands. Everybody, thanks again for 5 years. It was a lot of fun. I had a lot of good memories. So yeah, everybody take care, and you will see everybody somewhere, mostly somewhere. Faisal, I swear by God, I will come to your country, beat the crap out of you.
And then I won't you.
Thank everybody for showing up today.
Yeah, thanks everybody for showing up. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah, happy to be here.
Yeah, it was good fun. Even though I left the group by
That'd be fun.
accident to come and talk.
It's okay. I explained that. I explained.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Okay, everybody, stay safe, stay healthy, and we see you around. Bye.
Yes.
Bye.
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 Bye.